Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. We're just going to wait a second while more people hop on. Share my screen in the meantime. Hey. Well, I'll introduce myself. My name is Abigail Hoogberg. I've been a part of the Trendalytics editorial team for a little over 4 years now. I also have experience in buying, and I'm an avid reader and creative writer as well. So I'm excited to dive into the August top trends that are really shaping the market right now. This is going to be our roadmap for today. We're first going to look at Trendalytics and a little bit about our platform, and then really dive into the trends shaping women's, men's, beauty, and children's wear. Here at Trendalytics, we are not guessing about the next up and coming trends. We actually have a platform that traces millions of data points across search and socials. We have actionable insights that help you when it comes to promotion strategies, pricing, and assortment planning too. Not only that, but our platform also forecasts and tracks the life cycle of trends, all the way from early adoption stages to peaking and declining. During this webinar, we're going to really focus on emerging and safe bet trends that are rising in consumer interest and set to stick around for months to come. We're going to dive into women's wear here, and looking at the data, the first thing I really noticed was how we're seeing cooler weather trends start to pop up in the data. We have the faux fur jacket, harness boots, and also the fringe scarf. So something interesting that's happening in women's wear is this interest in statement dressing. And we can see that with this example of the faux fur coat. We have lots of color maxing and print maxing happening on social media. And this jacket is a great example of that with the deer print and then the contrasting blue for collar and cuffs. So I think there's an interesting opportunity here to play into those bright, bold colors and vibrant prints too. Also in the data, we can see a lot of Y2K trends really having a moment. We're seeing arm warmers come back, bandage tops, capris are having a moment, and also the fold over pants. These trends are really being driven by Gen Z and Gen Alpha consumers. They're obsessed with all things early 2000s, and we're going to continue to see that play out as we go through the data. Paisley is a print to watch right now. We're seeing kind of this 70s Bohemia revival, and we saw this on the runways too. We saw Paisley at Ula Johnson, Etro, and Zimmerman during the fall winter shows. And then it popped up again during Resort 27 shows seen by Kate, Valentino, and even Gucci. So this is one to watch. We saw bandana bags and hair bandanas really grow in consumer interest. And I think with the revival of headscarves and wrapping scarves around the waist, this print is really just coming to life. And again, it leans into kind of the statement dressing, where bold prints are becoming really a staple of wardrobes. We've been seeing a lot of heritage prints really dominate this year, from polka dots and stripes, and we're going to see this evolve into tartans and again, this paisley. Sports style is not slowing down. The World Cup really changed the fashion landscape here. We have soccer jerseys continuing to perform well, up over 190% among key influencers. And the street style set really brought this trend to life over the summer and during Copenhagen Fashion Week. And I think there is a really interesting opportunity to make soccer jerseys more fashion forward, right? Because she wants to be trendy, but also sporty. So you can add an asymmetrical hem or even lace details to give it more of that fashion forward look. We also have cropped sweatpants on the rise. Again, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they are growing up and they're becoming really prominent consumers in women's wear. And so we're seeing this style really resonate, driven by retailers like Urban Outfitters and Addicted. And we're going to continue to see these younger consumers drive trendy looks. And we know that this age group really loves to be ultra comfortable when going to school, but also trending with what's going on online. We're also tracking a revival of romantic styles. So I know at the fall winter shows, we saw Ralph Lauren and Paul Costello showcase some bishop sleeve tops. We also have milkmaid tops, smocked peasant tops, and lace-up shirts on the rise that really tap into that poet core look. PoetCore was one of the aesthetics that Pinterest really named for 2026. And we're seeing this influence not only fashion, but also lifestyle. A lot of people are experiencing trend fatigue. And so they're opting for taking a break on social media. And instead of swiping on Instagram before bed, they're grabbing a book. So it's kind of interesting to see this romantic vintage revolution happening in lifestyle as well as fashion. And ways that you can make these styles a little bit more modern is play with silhouette and shape. Like as seen here in the image, we have really dramatic cuffs and also lace detailing here too. Next, we have menswear. So looking at the data here, we can see lots of jerseys still continuing to dominate consumer searches. Though they are down from peak sales and searches during the World Cup during June and July, we still see consumer interest here. But rather than just national team jerseys, we're seeing player specific and club team specific styles too, like Arsenal and Ronaldo, we can see here in the emerging section. And also, we're seeing statement dressing take on a different vibe here in menswear. So we're seeing it through bold colors and prints in women's wear. And here in menswear, it's going to be a little bit more subtle. One way we're seeing this is through jewelry, actually, like this photo from Celine with the oversized hoop earrings. Those are on the rise. And also doing some research, I saw that men's choker necklaces are just like booming in searches as well. So this look is definitely more niche. It's going to be for that street style, more fashion forward menswear consumer. So definitely take into consideration your target market because men's jewelry is not going to be for everyone, but it is an interesting category that we have our eye on. After the men's spring summer 27 shows, we saw a lot of the trends from the runway instantly resonate in consumer searches. For example, the slogan t-shirt. We saw this from JW Anderson. And this is just kind of a fun, elevated look to just a plain basic tee. We're seeing consumers make a statement with a kitschy slogan on their shirt and add some interest there. We also have relaxed suiting. This is one to watch going into that holiday season too. We saw this from Dior and Giorgio Armani. So kind of an interesting juxtaposition that we saw with these 90s relaxed suit looks compared to the ultra skinny jeans that also made an appearance. And within footwear, luxury loafers are a key trend. We're going to see a lot of opportunities here through next year as well. Right now, burgundy, oxblood hues are key, as well as woven leather looks. The World Cup continues. Soccer is proving to have staying power among consumers. The USA soccer jersey continues to dominate in searches, but also specific players and clubs, like I mentioned earlier. I know my brother and I, we loved watching the World Cup, and so we've decided to follow players on their club teams too. I'm opting to watch all the players that I thought were really cute during the World Cup. But no surprise here, we have Messi and Mbappe jerseys really dominating in searches. And then we also have soccer scarves. So kind of a fun addition to a wardrobe as we see scarves resonating really well in women's wear. Men are opting for sporty team scarves here as well. And I think there's a greater conversation around this soccer aesthetic. Consumers are really wanting community. And I think hosting the World Cup here in the US really offered that as people from other countries came here and there was a sense of unity that is few and far between. So I think that is largely why we continue to see sports aesthetics resonate. Within footwear, we have lots of suede trends on the rise. Suede flip-flops are big, up over 100% in searches to last year. This is a great option for pre-fall as walking around the city, it's still like 80 degrees outside. So it's a cooler footwear option, but leaning into more of a fall forward fabrication. Suede clogs continue to do well, continue to grow in market adoption. This was a style we mentioned during the back to school webinar. It's an easy slip-on style and it's resonating with students, but also the greater consumer. We're going to see a lot of backless shoes continue to do well through next year. And going into the colder months, we have suede sneakers and suede chukka boots, which are just going to be footwear staples. And with sneakers in particular, we're going to keep to that low profile, and these suede looks are going to feel especially retro and soccer inspired again. All right, let's dive into beauty. So here we can see that values-driven purchasing is increasingly important for consumers. We have vegan products like lip gloss and face wash continuing to resonate in searches. And we also have cruelty-free products in makeup and skincare that are key here as well. And we're also continuing to see skin forward looks really perform well. I know we saw this during Dior's fall winter show. The models showcase soft skin makeup looks. And then recently we saw Zendaya during the Odyssey press tour just have a beautiful makeup look. It was very soft. And I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. And it was super buzzy online. And so with that, we're seeing the rise of trends like dolphin skin. And when I first saw this pop up in the data, I was like, what the heck is that? But it's along the same lines as mannequin skin and glass skin too. So we also are seeing products that help you achieve this look grow in interest, like peptide serums and moisturizers. And we're going to see these skin forward makeup looks really come to fruition coming spring, summer of next year. With that quieter face makeup look, we're seeing eyes become the focal point of makeup looks once again. So ahead of the holiday season, we have kitten eyeliner on the rise and also smudged eyeliner. This is having a huge moment on social media, up 500% among key influencers. And it really taps into that messy girl aesthetic that we've been seeing on TikTok. We also saw this from Gucci during the fall winter shows. So this is going to be a trendy look for this fall and winter. And going into next spring and summer, we have shimmer eyeliner growing in market adoption here. We saw this at Dior's Haute Couture show recently. They did gold shimmery metallic eyeliner, and that was super buzzy online. The press really took to that. So we're going to see that continue to grow here, as well as eyeliner stickers. We were actually tracking this trend back during the festival season. Consumers were doing graphic looks with sticker eyeliner, and it also is a great hack to achieve a flawless wing as well. For busy back to school mornings, we're seeing easy styling tools really resonate here, from the straightening hairbrush to rollers and even the Dyson Airstraight. So I know when I was in school, I was late almost every day because I was curling my hair. So I'm glad that people are evolving and they're opting for quicker styling tools like these. And it's interesting because these tools also help with heat damage. Straightening brushes are oftenly made with infrared light. Rollers are heat free. And then the Dyson obviously uses warm air. So interesting that we see consumers opting for these styling tools that reduce heat damage as well. And another interesting point here is when millennials are using these products, they're often adding a bit of a curl or a blowout look using the straightening tools, whereas Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they want very, very straight hair. I know the other day I was at the grocery store and I saw these two young teenage girls, and they looked like they were from Jersey Shore. They had the money pieces, the extensions showing, and their hair was so super straight. So an interesting juxtaposition there between generations. And obviously straight hair was big in the 90s and during Y2K. So going to see these younger consumers continue to opt for that style. So we talked about this a little bit during our beauty and wellness forecast, but Proven actives and skincare and hair care ingredients are key in this category. We're seeing consumers opt for scientifically proven ingredients that are also a little bit more gentle. So azelaic acid is a great example here. It's an alternative to tretinoin. So it's a little bit more gentle. It's an over-the-counter product for acne and redness. And same with monolaurin. So this product is actually used for eczema. So instead of getting a steroid eczema cream from the doctor, people are looking for moisturizers that have this ingredient in there to reduce inflammation. Similarly, in hair care, we have Kendi oil, up over 100% in searches to last year. So this is a natural option for hair oil that really is going to help with shine and nourishment. Similarly, hemisqualane is also on the rise here. This is an alternative to silicone in hair care. So not only are we seeing consumers become a little bit more intentional about the ingredients that they're using, they are also, we're seeing like the skinification of hair care here too. Lastly, we are going to dive into children's wear. Looking at the data, we can see that prints are still just dominating the market, from animal prints like the leopard scarf to polka dots like that polka dot jumpsuit. We also have capri lengths really doing well with capri leggings and also capri sets. We're seeing that trend in particular expand beyond daywear to sleepwear with capri matching sets in pajamas. And also the gaucho pant. I wore this when I was about 7 years old, and we know that parents love a nostalgic buy. So older parents, millennials who wore this as kids, they're going to opt for that nostalgic purchase and get that same style for their kiddos too. It is back to school season, and when it comes to back to school shopping, we're seeing elevated denim, sporty styles, and also patterned backpacks really dominate here. So soccer tops, of course, continue to grow in market adoption. We're seeing this in literal jerseys as well as graphic tees with a cute little soccer image on there. In denim, we have denim bomber jackets becoming the go-to layering piece for fall and winter, especially when it has more of a sporty look, like in this Adidas image here, where it's a zip up, and then we also have those sporty side stripes on the sleeve. Within jeans, we are seeing that super oversized wide leg slim down. The carrot leg jean is actually emerging in searches right now, and we're going to continue to kind of see more straight leg styles resonate once again. Within backpacks, we're seeing lots of heritage prints once again have a moment. When I was doing research, I also saw gingham and striped backpacks doing well, but plaid is obviously the hero here. And we are seeing students use backpacks as a way to show off their personality. We're seeing them add pins and bag charms. So we're going to continue to see backpacks be a statement maker for those students at school. Red is having a moment in the children's wear space. I think this is largely due to that sports aesthetic. Red is a great punchy, sporty hue, but we're also seeing it more of a muted brick red, which is resonating in women's wear as well. So it's kind of trickling down into the kids' space. We're seeing red from sweaters to ballet flats and even jeans. We're going to see colored jeans continue to grow in interest. I know back on the emerging trends page, pink jeans are on the rise too. So colored denim, printed denim, something to watch here. It's up 200% in social buzz among key influencers. And going into spring and summer, we're going to see red jeans evolve into more of a terracotta clay color. While parents are doing back to school shopping, they are also buying new sleepwear. Kids grow so fast, so parents are just buying all the things all at once right now. PJ sets are obviously number one in this category, matching coordinated sets, especially with those capri lengths, like I mentioned earlier. We're also seeing punchy prints like zebra pajamas. Zebra print really has been having a moment in women's wear, from purses to dresses and shoes. And now this is going into sleepwear as well. And I think there's a fun opportunity to do mommy and me dressing with these zebra pajamas because I've been seeing them in the women's wear space too. As for cozy extras, we have the terry cloth robe and faux fur slippers. And faux fur slippers are definitely going to be top of wish lists this holiday season. So something to keep in mind there. All right. So that brings us to the end of the presentation. I'd like to open it up to any questions that you all may have. All right. Do you have any insights on nail polish trends? Yes, so this is an interesting thing to talk about right now. So within nail polish, I think key colors are going to be blues. We're seeing lots of sky blue, turquoise, as well as millennial mint green on the rise. And for this fall and winter, lots of oxbloods and chocolate browns. But also, the EU just announced a gel manicure ban. So, not that we're involved in that necessarily, but I think consumers are going to see that online and be like, oh, I want to avoid those chemicals and start to really purchase nail polishes and do their nails at home. All right, let me see what else we have here. Other than harness boots, what boot styles are set to trend? Yes. So harness boots, obviously, we saw this grow during festival season at Coachella and Stagecoach, but also some other staples are going to be those riding boots and also slouchy boots. They feel very chic and a little bit elevated. I'm actually working on a footwear report right now that will go live tomorrow afternoon. And something that I'm noticing in the data is this interest in directional toes. So whether that's a split toe, peep toe, or even like a thong wedge boot, that is something to take note of here as well. All right, I think we have time for one more here. What other colors in denim are going to grow in the market? Yes, so we actually do have a denim report that just recently went live. But in that report, I talked to ecru shades, olive and moss greens, and also charcoals that look slightly like acid washed. But we're also going to see prints resonate in jeans too, from paisleys to animal motifs like zebra and tiger, as well as some artistic florals that almost look painted on. All right. Thank you so much for your time today, everybody. Be sure to follow us online and set a demo with us if you want to learn a little bit more about our platform.